Or this TV show.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Do You Remember This Movie?
Or this TV show.
Or this TV show. Yes, I remember this time. Almost. You kind of reminded me. Thank you. One of these days, we will do a TV show or maybe a made-for-TV movie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Made for
We've
TV.
We've done another made-for-TV.
Yeah, made-for-TV movies are still movies.
Do you remember this movie or this TV movie? No. Or something along the lines of that. What's up, Trent? What's up, Cam? How you guys doing tonight?
Better than okay.
Better than okay. Is that an okay with an AY?
Nope.
Okay, just wanted to double check. We did. Alrighty then. We'll get sued for saying that. Anyways, yeah, let's just jump right into it. Cam, I know you have some good ones written up for us, so let's hear the first one.
Now it's time for the synopsis with Cam. The synopsis with Cam.
All right, to kind of show my cards here, we got our first one. It's High School USA. This reads as a failed TV pilot in which a bunch of disjointed plots try to make sense of the mid-'80s teen experience. I can't wait to see the rest of the series.
I mean, pretty much. That's exactly how I felt during this entire movie. I kept thinking, are these just like a TV show season just put together?
You know, there was a TV series, and I tried to find it. There was a TV series. So when you look up this movie, you'll see that there was a High School USA 1983 and a High School USA 1984, and they have almost the same actors. But speaking,
so was it like a production pilot that just got turned into a movie?
Nope.
Okay.
TV movie, and then they decided to make a show about it. So you're pretty close. But let's do let's see who was in this movie though. Right here.
Makes it so much better.
It does make it that much better. A little tail end there. First things first, we got the character of Beth, played by Nancy McKeon. And obviously, we know her from her biggest role in Poison Ivy. If you guys recall, we did that a few weeks back. And who do we have after that? We have Anthony Edwards, who plays the character of Bo. You know, the prep, we'll call him. The prep in the movie, the one who rules the school. But most people remember him. I definitely know Cam's going to remember him from the ripoff of the movie Cars, Disney film called Planes.
Yeah.
No?
Clever movie.
Yeah,
Clever.
He was Echo in the Plane movie. That's in your wheelhouse right there, Cam? No?
No, man. Just basically mostly just Twin Peaks and Spy Kids. So.
Okay. Not Cars. Never watched Cars or Planes. When are they going to do
I'll watch every Cars, but Planes, come on, that's cheap.
When are they going to do Trains?
Oh, I would watch that.
Trains would be
every day.
Next up, we have Michael Fox. Just Michael Fox.
Yeah.
Just two names, not a middle initial. Just Michael Fox. He played the lead character in this movie, JJ. But most people remember him from his role as Scott in Midnight Madness. I do have a special cameo I wanted to bring up, and you guys probably don't know this. This guy actually played the robot in this movie, and he's most known for this movie as the robot, but Gary Coleman played the robot in this movie. Yeah, Gary Coleman from Different Strokes was the robot.
Well, and I feel terrible that the only box art cover for this movie is this one on the screen, and it kind of gives away the cast and crew, right?
It is everybody, yeah, pretty much. Except I don't see the robot on there.
Yeah, the Gary Coleman guy didn't get the maybe it was something in his contract. Who knows? But yeah, this is a who's whom of 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s television, and which I had fun with this because everybody else was like, I know that person, and I had to go look it up.
Bob Denver.
Who's mostly known for being the brother of his famous folk singer John Denver.
Wait, is that true?
We'll never know.
We're going with it, just like Gary Coleman was the robot in this movie. But more importantly, he was Gilligan.
Yeah.
On the island. Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. He owned an island.
He owned a whole island.
And kept people captive.
Speaking of islands, you got any clips for us? Buckle up, Mr. Clips with Trent. I don't know.
All right,
we got to get something for that.
We should do it like John Denver style.
Clips.
Okay. All right. So, one of the best actors in here that Corey didn't mention.
I wanted to be a surprise.
Is Crispin Glover. So really most of the clips have Crispin Glover in it because he is just one of my favorite people. And also, I don't know, I feel like they were on something here of having him and this Michael Fox guy together. I just felt they belong.
They may have a future together.
Well, she's thinking it over.
Great. She's thinking it over.
So you got to appreciate a guy who doesn't get typecast.
No. Yeah. Who's that other guy right there? Is that I think I read his name earlier. I'm screwing the pooch on this one. John Carlin.
Yeah, he's in some of these like he's in some other high school movies.
Not to like poke fun at him, but he looks much thinner in a lot of these other movies I've seen. But
well, he's not going to do anything about it now.
Well,
I think you got away with it.
Well, I mean, he's dead.
Oh, but then
no, he's not. I'm kidding. He's not. He's not. He's alive and well.
He died from diabetes in 1984. Okay.
1 year after this movie came out, I might add.
By the way, his shirt, I wasn't going to call this out, but now I feel like I have to. His shirt says something about New York City's the Big Apple, while Cleveland is the plum. And I didn't get the joke, and I read that it was a big advertising scheme in the early 80s to try to get some of the negative connotations of Cleveland away. So they wanted to try to get everybody to call it the plum. So I feel like that did take off, and I never refer to it as Cleveland anymore.
Well, Cleveland was like, you
mean the plum?
The city, they really wanted to make, Cleveland a hot spot.
Yeah.
At one point, and they failed.
Yeah.
You guys ever taken the old Amtrak through the Big Plum?
No.
Oh man, you're missing out. You get if you hit it at the right time of night, you get to see all the clubs closing, and the clubs in Cleveland, they face the train tracks. So
really?
You're riding on the train. And there's just people leaving the clubs. It's some of the best people watching I've ever done.
They should have changed their
the Plum, sorry.
They should have changed their Major League Baseball team to the Cleveland Plums. That's what they should have did. That would have been perfect. They still have time, I suppose.
Yeah, anything has happened.
Anything can happen, right?
The baseball season's not even halfway over. Okay.
They can switch it halfway through. And then when like the fans would like throw plums at the opposing team. No, too much. Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna skip over some of these clips, but I did want to show this one. Just because what is going on in this shop class? Like seriously, I don't know what's going on in here. So there's a dude with no shirt.
Dude, there's so much going on.
They're making like a horse.
No, I hate this job.
I'm not gonna bring him up just yet, but I didn't know if you guys knew who this was. So you guys know who he is. Don't call it out yet, but you guys know who this is.
No.
Oh, he's one of the greatest actors of all time.
Along with Kristen Glover.
Okay, I did want to call this out though. So, Willis here, what you talking about, Willis, is an engineer, right? He's trying to.
Oh, he's dressed up as an engineer.
He's an engineer. He's trying to get into NASA, and he's wearing an engineer's cap.
Oh man!
Did anybody know what an engineer was that made this movie?
No.
I just don't know what is going on in this film. Anyway, in this classroom here.
Learn a lesson, Otto. Eat right, get plenty of sleep, and don't drink your chemistry set.
There's Mr. Fox right here.
I was gonna say the guy kind of reminds me of Kevin Nealon, but it's not though. No.
Do you know Beth Franklin?
Yeah. She's going out with Bo Middleton. So unless you got $25 million and a lifetime supply of Brute, forget about it.
Yeah, okay.
Brute. I feel like this is the third movie we've talked about Brute. Brute Cologne makes another appearance in our show here, and I like that. Unless you have, unless you're a millionaire, and you have Brute.
25 million. By the way.
I feel like that was just redundant to say. Don't
Of course, yeah.
all millionaires have
in Brute.
all millionaires have Brute. Okay, and I'm not gonna show this clip either, but so I just wanted to kind of iron out some of the plots. Okay, so this movie is kind of a wonderful story of a bunch of B plots that just add up into one nice A plot, right? So these two girls, who dresses like your grandmother, is plotting this scheme that she's going to take a picture of
Bo's butt.
yeah, right? Because that's her way to get revenge on this girl. It makes sense.
Well, it's because it's nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's natural nature. I gotta say, Michael Fox has some of the best shirts in this show, though.
Actually, I feel like they're all made out of curtains.
Definitely. I tried Googling to see if any of them existed, and I couldn't find them.
And then this shirt, he wears another shirt later that's just the inverse of this.
Yeah.
Right? No, I caught that too.
To care.
I wanted to show this though. Of the two movies, but we're doing two high school movies tonight, and I just want to show that this is just the worst principal ever, right?
Very deeply about who becomes Playmate of the Year. I know. What are you gonna do with me?
This is played by Wally Cleaver. From the Leave It to Beaver fame. Eddie Haskell's in this movie as well. The guy who played Eddie Haskell. But the principal here keeps having all these like casual talks with the school prankster. As I was watching this, I was like, this kid has zero consequences. It's like a fun thing that you're going to give him detention. Like he brings him into the principal's office. He's like, you're here the first week. So it's actually the first day, Mr. Principal. You'd think you would know that. But and then he says, how'd you spend your summer? And the kid immediately turns around and says, how would you spend your summer? And he talks about going to a resort. I don't know. I was somebody who went to the principal's office often, and I never got to talk about my personal life.
Yeah. It was just, here's a pink slip and get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For me, it was just the beatings.
The beatings?
Yeah.
The ruler.
The ruler, yeah.
I believe it. And I feel for you. Oh, I also feel for this. Oh, goodness. This reminded me of me when a friend would when they first started driving and they're 16, they're like, you'll play it. We'll see.
Actually, I didn't get that far into the clip.
Oh, you didn't get that far? So I'm sorry to comment on every clip that you have, but he opens the door and immediately hits the curb. And I just kept thinking, why do they make cars with just a low
Well, because it's a sweet souped up tan Firebird, right? But
That's true.
But also you question how John Denver's brother got out of that car without curbing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that is a good question.
I just showed this because of Crispin Glover's pants.
Wow, Chucky, look at this new car. Get a load of this. Wow. That's right, son, a new car. Oh, wow. Gee, Dad, I didn't realize that you could afford something like this just from selling pet supplies.
As a schmo, you're looking at the #1 scratching post salesman in the Midwest.
I'm the #1 pet salesman in the Midwest.
Isn't it scratching post?
Yeah, scratching post.
Nobody said scratching post
Yeah.
salesman in the Midwest.
Awesome. Okay, I just wanted to show this scene because he just got elected class president for like the 80th time in a row, right? And so his cake is a cake of the school.
The school, yeah.
This guy knows how to party.
Thank you.
So do you think he was wearing a toupee there? Or do you think that was his real hair?
Oh, I think that's his real hair.
I know, I'm just joking, because he goes bald, and he's known for being bald in most of his life, I feel like.
Well,
Known for being bald.
Oh, Anthony Edwards? Dude, yeah, he's the bald doctor on ER. I think that's fake hair. I'm just going with it.
Okay.
Also, how does he get elected class president? Like, no one likes him.
Yeah.
$25 million.
It's just the money? Okay.
And also,
I'm guessing.
Also, it's the first day of school.
Yeah, did they like pre-vote during the summer?
Well, I think this actually takes place a week from, because in the beginning they talk about the party that's this weekend,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's probably
true.
a week into it. But I wanted more Crispin Glover weirdness, and this is probably his best one right here.
Here to dance?
There's no music playing.
Then you want to make out? Would you say so?
Oh my God, he's so good. All right,
Oh, this is Gary Coleman. Scene.
Yep,
Yeah.
Gary Coleman. Yeah,
Voice commands.
you can just tell.
Watch.
Well, especially by the moves, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a key ignition.
Robot. It's unbelievable. You know, you're a genius. A robot stop. No. Anybody with a 200 IQ can do it. Robot dance.
This robot became ChatGPT later in his life.
Sure.
Yeah, I love it. You want to try? Says sure. I like that guy. He had some good comic relief in this movie.
He's in some other high school movies too.
Listen, he's been in the bathroom long enough.
They made so many high school movies, like in the late 80s or 80s, I should say. A lot of high school movies.
I just want to show this scene because when I watched it, I kind of forgot about the robot already. Right?
Yeah.
So he goes, so this dialogue threw me for a loop.
Listen, he's been in the bathroom long enough. Come on, let's check it out.
He's been in the bathroom long enough. Let's go check this out.
Like, who are we talking about?
Yeah, and then we go and see, and this is so stupid. So he has the robot in the shower, right? Because he needs to make this robot be able to withstand, the heat when it goes into space. So just listen.
Wish me luck. I did it, JJ. He's ice cold and the water's boiling hot and he's ice cold. I did it.
Is it boiling hot there, Mr. Engineer?
Yeah, I don't know if it's boiling hot. Your hand probably would have been a little burned.
Yeah.
And he's ice cold. I don't think he's ice cold.
Yeah, maybe you're not
You
so
would
much
have got frostbite if he was ice cold.
maybe you're not so much an engineer as much as you are a engineering fabrications of stories engineer. I don't know. Anyway.
What do they got on there? Like a 57, you think? SM57 on top?
Oh, I don't think it's that nice.
He's ready for the space program.
with some toy horns.
Yeah.
You can't dance either.
Oh, that's not very nice to say about Gary Coleman. All right.
I was about to say poor little guy, and I was like, no.
Poor little bugger.
So here's another B plot So I just wanted to show
Mr.
this
Plaza, those chili dogs
because they spend so much time on this in this movie.
look great.
They better be. I waited in line for a half hour.
Yeah, I could go for one.
Oh,
but I
Casey
hate waiting
Kasem,
in
yeah.
line.
Oh, you thought that was Casey Kasem?
I know it wasn't. I
He
was making a joke when. Yeah.
he played the character. This is I know this is before your time, but he played the character Dobie Gillis
Definitely before my time.
in a show. I always forget what it's called. It's called Dobie Gillis.
He played Dobie Gillis, and what was the show called?
Which,
Dobie Gillis.
which is also the first show that John Denver's younger brother Bob was also in, who played Dobie Gillis's best friend. But anyway, so in this movie, he's the teacher, and so Mr. Edwards' character has this contest going on.
For all like, the whole staff, right?
Yeah, that they can win $10,000. So they're all sucking up to him, right? So he walks by and he's like, "Oh, those look like good, good food there."
You want these?
Oh, no, I couldn't, Mr.
No,
Plaza.
I insist. Here, Bo. Here,
Oh, no,
here,
no.
here. If something to drink?
should.
No, please.
Did we ever find out who won the?
That's what I was gonna say. They never, he almost destroys his relationship with another teacher. There's a romantic relationship,
Yeah.
and we never find out who won.
Who gets the
That's-
All right,
prize?
Mr. Plaza.
What was that?
We're still waiting. Oh, that's in season 2. We're still waiting
Oh,
for it.
that does check out there.
See you later.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Bye.
All right.
We should. They should come up with like a "Where are they now?" Like who won the $10,000?
Yeah.
Where are they now? What they do with that $10K?
How did Bo finish the year?
Yeah.
Because I'm concerned.
I mean, and all of this happened. This whole movie happens like before, like even like Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Even like before Halloween. Like this is all like September.
Yeah, this
when
is
they
like
first start
weeks
school.
1 and 2 of school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a dog barking behind me, and I don't want a dog. That's weird.
It's a dog right behind. Why is there a dog? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
I can just see Trent getting mauled by a random dog in his house.
It's the blind teacher's dog.
Yeah.
I must have steak stuck in my backpack.
Oh yes.
So I just wanted to show this because I'll see if I can get a good still of this actor, the one in the gray. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah. Is it the guy from Alien?
No.
Oh.
He does look like him though.
Okay, it's not him. Yeah.
No, his name is John Grease. Is his real name? And if you look him up, he is like the most amazing side character in so many movies, right? So just to name a couple of them. If you've ever seen Real Genius, he plays Laszlo, the genius that lives in the closet. In Monster Squad, he's the guy that turns into the Wolfman, right? Like this guy's whole life, like 40 years.
John Grease, you said?
Yeah. He his whole life, he just plays like the bit character, and he's like the Gary Oldman of bit characters. But his most famous role, and I'm not being silly, is he's Uncle Rico
In Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yep, I was just gonna say that.
Anyway, he's one of those people that if you don't look for him, you don't notice him. But he steals every movie that he's in, and like in this, he doesn't even really have a speaking scene, but he has the shaving and the hubcap scene, and then here's where he's cheering his buddy on, and he's made a career of it.
I love this line after. I don't know if you got it or not. Yeah.
Lower it 2 inches.
Lower it 2 inches. I'm gonna get underneath it again.
And then now he's playing center.
Yeah, he's just all over the place.
Yeah. And I just wanted to show this because how did all the defensive backs go? I mean, if I was on if I was playing this game, I wouldn't be covering Michael Fox. I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like maybe just put one man on him. He doesn't need to be double teamed or in this case quadruple teamed.
Hot one, hot two, hot three.
Like he has time to stop.
Yeah.
Put his shades down.
4 guys get to tackle him. Yeah, but
That's just a really efficient zone defense, honestly.
Yeah, right.
He ran the wrong route.
well, but you could say that they're really efficient zone defense, but you'd almost have to think that maybe they had 5 defensive backs because nobody was rushing the quarterback. I mean,
Yeah,
he had
nobody was
plenty of time.
Well,
As
dude,
Corey
he
mentioned.
clearly-
No pads practice. Come on.
Well, he clearly
Cutie.
caught the ball. He got the first down. Like,
Yeah,
like the game goes on.
yeah. And he's on Bo's team. None of this makes any sense.
Yeah, like Bose wants him to get hurt.
Yeah, it's not like he
But they're on the
intercepted
same
it.
team.
Anyway, and then there's a huge. There we go.
Hey, Middleton. It's you, one-on-one.
We're moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
You and
Hey,
me.
what if this movie ended with the guys racing?
Okay, here we go. So here's another just wonderful Crispin Glover, just being Crispin Glover. He doesn't know how to do anything else.
Ooh, we got some punks.
Am I loony?
Oh,
This is why I wore my CBGB shirt because it's punk night.
Yeah, that's why I wore my hat backwards.
Tunes. Those 2 punk girls coming on to us. Hey.
Hi. You two alone?
Well, yeah. I mean, no, not really. We came on the same bus.
He is so good. He is just so good at nobody else could deliver those lines.
No.
All right, here's
Dude, look at this car. Look at this engine.
So yeah, it's mostly the pieces of the robot, right?
Yep.
With a bus engine, it doesn't make
Oh,
much
do you
sense.
think Gary's in there?
Of course, you see how fast this car goes.
Flintstone style.
Okay, I did want to show some of the car race though, okay? Because I'm just a huge fan of when you can see the stunt double. Right? So I tried to showcase this. They look nothing like that.
Not even close.
And then, like, when they show the close-ups of them, you can tell it's in front of a screen. That guy had blonde hair.
I didn't quite understand the whole racing track. Like, where were they? Where was this?
Well, what's even worse though is that at the very end, why is everybody standing at the finish line? I mean, you can stand on the side, but
yeah, you're gonna get hit.
They're standing
Like,
in the line of the finish. So there's so many things wrong here. Like if you're at a race, okay, and there's only 2 cars, how did you almost get hit by them? It's not like you lost track.
Also, just so unsatisfying that the finish line doesn't snap. Like, it's just tall enough.
So this is what's fun about this movie. Like I said, there's all these B plots. You got the teachers contest. You got Bo Middleton just rain on the whole world here, and you got these 2 girls trying to get a picture of his butt.
You got Otto, who's trying to become an engineer for NASA.
Yeah, you got all
with the railroad track. I don't know.
And then you get to that race, and you're like, man, he won the race. I guess the movie's over. No,
That's what I
no.
thought it was. I got up.
Yeah.
I got up off the couch and walked away. I was like, wait, I still hear something in the living room.
Yeah,
But
we got the
movie.
dance, and so I really only wanted to include just these last 2 scenes. But one is this.
At this dance are pretty slim. Maybe we can follow it
Peggy,
home.
you have a camera. Would it be an imposition if I asked you to take a picture of us? Oh, we don't have one.
You don't have a picture of you and your father?
This is not my father, Nancy.
So what I just wanted to bring up is, you know,
It is her dad.
we always talk about nostalgia on this show, and I guess I feel like I didn't get to live this era where it was okay to smoke a pipe in a high school gymnasium, and also to date a high schooler. When I'm a military decorated military leader.
Well, that was fine up until about 1992, I think.
Yeah, it just seems sad that it's frowned upon. Look how much.
Of course, Corey knows the year.
Yeah, look at the fun they're having, and we. Thanks a lot.
This happens to be Colonel Winston Moss of the United States Air Force. He is my date, not my father.
Oh, right. Your father's much younger.
That was a good jab. Let's
And
not forget that
there's
those.
a lot of social commentary in these two films.
There is. Let's not forget that those two girls thought they could get away with drilling a hole in the janitor's closet into the boys' locker room.
See, it's
You can't do that.
It's a little bit of a double standard, but that's what's acceptable, right?
I love how
Isn't there like a annoying they're arguing about the 7/8 bit, right? Am I?
Hold on. Say it again.
Oh,
they're like
how am I
the 7/8.
How am I supposed to
know?
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like, why was that included?
the janitor goes, "You guys can't be in here," and they're like, "Here's $3." They're like, "Do whatever you want."
Yeah.
I want my $3.
He just starts stripping.
Yeah, $3.
All right.
Oh, this is a
So here's our big end, and I'm talking about this is the end of the movie. So it cuts off rather abruptly.
Robot in my behind.
There it is. They got it.
See what I'm saying? All the B plots just become one A plot. They combine together like Voltron at the end.
And you have this.
I forgot that's what A plot meant.
I'm just saying that so many of these types of movies just have all these just side plots that don't mesh together. This one, perfect movie, and they all have a guffaw. And
it really leaves you feeling whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was High School USA.
High School USA.
And I went to high school in the USA, so I felt a connection.
Dude, I went to high school in the USA. I felt the connection.
Singapore High, class of 2012.
Singapore High. I thought he was going to go say Canada or something. He goes Singapore High. What year?
2012.
2012 Singapore High represent. Let's go.
Singapore Slugs. Woo!
Singapore Slugs.
Oh man, they gotta change that. I'm offended.
As a man who has been called a slug before.
All right, so let's move on to the next movie here.
And once again, it's time for the synopsis with Cam. The synopsis with Cam.
Guys, I'm sorry. This has to stop. You guys gotta. Like, I never asked to do this.
Right in the synopsis.
All right.
But you were chosen at birth because your name rhymes with synopsis.
Oh yeah.
You were chosen at birth.
Well, you just doxed my full legal name, Camadopoulos.
Just for the sake of it, I'll show you why it doesn't work. Now it's time for the synopsis with Corey. Oh God!
Yeah, it doesn't work. it doesn't work. So hit that one more time, maybe, huh?
All right, guys, fine.
And once again, it's time for the synopsis with Cam.
Oh
And
boy,
not
guys,
Corey.
I can't wait. I can't wait. This is my favorite part of the episode. All right. So our second movie is The Class of 1984. I wrote this a while ago.
Great year.
All right, okay. In the year 1982, one brave man made a film that was a portent to the awful reality that we live in today. Although the filmmaker uses tropes that are now considered problematic, in addition to incredibly unethical and coercive filmmaking techniques, he truly tapped into something here. Who else but this creative genius could have predicted that one day there would be a nationwide pandemic of teachers hot-wiring their students' cars and driving them into walls?
Okay, so I thought you were doing like the synopsis for 1984.
Damn! I missed out.
Oh, it's funny because I when I searched for Class of 1984 came up, and I was like, wow, we should probably have done that movie. But, all right, well, this movie, let's see who's in it. Bloop, 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 bloop.
See, that fits really well. I feel like every episode, it should just get longer. All right, so first off, we have Michelle Pfeiffer in this movie. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Dangerous Minds, is it?
It's so similar though, because he ends up inspiring these kids just to do great things.
I kept waiting for Coolio to show up, but he never did. Saved the day.
This is, I mean, really, I guess I never thought about it. This is almost Mr. Holland's opus.
Yeah, we could have paired. We're gonna have to do this movie again.
Yeah.
To pair it with Dangerous Minds and Mr. Holland's opus. Speaking of the lead character, we'll say the teacher. We'll just call him Mr. Norris. So he's Andrew Norris, but we'll call him Mr. Norris, played by an actor named Perry King. Probably most known for his role as Mr. President Blake from The Day After Tomorrow. You guys ever see that one?
Yeah.
On FX, probably? It's always on FX, it seems like.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently Perry King. What is it most known for? Next up, we have Trent's favorite actor.
Yeah.
Of all time. He played a character named Terry, who was also a teacher. He was a science teacher in this.
Biology, yeah.
Or, yeah, okay. Same thing, right? He's most known for his role of Vincent in the wonderful film Black Hole.
Yes.
Which I have yet to see.
I brought my little show and tell. Here's a
put it closer if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Funko Pop of Vincent from the Black Hole, and you know what? I mean, I could go on forever about Roddy McDowall, but Roddy McDowall is it's just phenomenal, phenomenal actor. Even when he gets really terrible parts, right? If you know,
like Terry in Class of 1980.
I think he does great. I think he does.
No, he
great.
did. He was fine.
And you know, like obviously he's in the Planet of the Apes movies and the TV series, you know, and so he's wonderful in all of that. He's great in the Poseidon Adventure. I could go on and on and on, but even when he gets bad roles, like he's the butler in Overboard, right?
Okay.
And he's still good. Like anyway, what a great actor. Yes, absolutely my favorite actor.
Oh, I mean, okay. I think I know him more from being Peter Vincent in Fright Night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's great. He's great.
So he likes playing characters with the name Vincent in it, I guess. Apparently. You know, you did so good in Black Hole. We're going to cast that Vincent character again. Oh, same character? No, just the name.
Well, and also, just my last thing about Black Hole is he actually was not credited. in black hole.
Really? Well, again, I have not seen this movie or that movie. I saw this movie, Class of 1984. That's the one we're talking about. Last but not least, we have what I like to call either Peter the Punk or Punk Peter, who doesn't look like a punk really most of the movie, I feel like. I mean, there are some points where he kind of dresses in some punky clothes, but he looks pretty much like a normal dude. Like, he doesn't have a mohawk, doesn't really
He has
wear any,
commitment issues.
Yeah, I would agree with that. His name is Timothy Van Patten, mostly known for his directing skills. He's directed a couple episodes, the first 2 episodes, actually, to be exact, of Game of Thrones. He also directed an episode of Black Mirror called Hang the DJ. So that's what I learned about Peter. I'm sorry, not Peter.
Punk Peter.
His name, Timothy. So, yeah, what a movie. Class of 1984. Great year. So,
yeah, it's and you can really feel that this could have been a sequel to High School USA. However, High School USA was filmed a year after this.
Why do you think they called it Class of 84?
Because they're all sophomores.
Because they're sophomores in it right now? Yeah, okay.
They don't say that.
Oh, I was going to say that cleared that up real fast.
I do like the tagline, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse.
And what does it say? We are the future?
We are the future, and nothing can stop us.
Except for Mr. Norris.
Yeah, except for all
Mr.
the
Norris.
things that stop you. All right. So Mr. Norris is taking over for a teacher that just had an accident falling down the stairs.
Accident.
And he's going to teach the music class. And so this is his first day of school. It's not the first day of school. It's his first day of school. And he's being welcomed in by really, Wally from Leave It to Beaver could have been a better principal than this guy, because this guy just doesn't care. He has no backbone at all.
Unlock, Mr. Norris, not even for a minute.
Yes, sir. Sir, now about my class.
There. Come here.
Let's watch security.
Marijuana. Security?
Yes.
2 dope smokers and 1 west.
On my way.
You'll be assigned to corridor and washroom patrol in your free hours.
So for our viewers that haven't seen this movie is like, you have to go through metal detectors and everything when you get into the school, but it doesn't really matter because the punks have taken over and it is a violent school. However, I find there to be a plot hole here is, wouldn't the punks just not come to school?
Like, why are they even going to school? Yeah,
to make money off the drugs.
Well, sure. But we find out that they go to school after school.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the security guards are for?
We're already using teacher salaries, Mr. Norris. We're spread thin at both ends.
Yeah, well, I understand, sir, but I mean, I'd like to believe that I'm here to teach. I need those free periods to do my work.
You're not in Nebraska anymore, Mr. Norris.
Corey?
It's Lincoln High School. Where's Lincoln? In Nebraska.
I think it was Lincoln the guy.
I mean, you're all right, but like the fact that when I first saw it said Lincoln High, I'm like, oh, maybe it takes place in Nebraska. And then he says that you're not in Nebraska. I just thought to myself, well, that was a stupid line.
I do think that Lincoln, Nebraska is the birthplace of punk.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Was in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Do either of these movies, like, just a short aside, did either of them say what city they're actually in?
Well, the first one didn't. The quick answer to your question is no, I believe. But in the first one, he said, he was the best, cat scratcher or whatever in the Midwest, pole scratcher in the Midwest. So I'm assuming it's somewhere in the Midwest.
Wait, he took your title?
He did. He beat me.
Well, and I'm going to say that they did say where they were in the first movie. It was at High School USA.
Oh, they're in the USA. Yeah. I would guess this takes place, I'm just guessing, like, New York or something. Maybe not.
Yeah, there's some sort of vague, like, oh, it's the scary inner city
I'm gonna go with Missouri. Just
Okay.
because.
All right.
Because it's the next state over from Nebraska, isn't it? Isn't or
I'm gonna go with Montana.
Montana?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a Montana type school.
Yeah.
Where the Cowboys at?
Well, and also the punks don't really have anything better to do than go back to school at night. So.
Oh, and everyone's got a gun.
Yeah.
We cracked it. There we go.
Okay, so here's the band that he's going to be teaching.
You're not in Nebraska anymore, buddy.
Like, even at this point, I didn't think that kid was like
the bad one.
Yeah.
Okay, and this girl. So this is the bad girl. So
yeah, she is.
So
sorry.
So she licks this other girl's clarinet, and then look what she does to Michael Fox here.
Would you sit down, please? More? Teacher.
She licks his face. And also,
she should be the punk leader. She's earned it.
Yeah, and again, this is another movie that has Michael Fox in it.
Yeah, Michael Fox is back.
He has not earned the J as of yet. And also, you could hear the bass guitar. You could see the bass guitar when they first started there. And so I just want to show you this scene, which is funny for two reasons. One is, look at the instruments that they have, okay? And then also, I love that the teacher almost like, okay, I'm going to meet all of you, but we're kind of stressed for time, so we're only going to meet the people who have speaking roles, and we'll get to the rest of you later. I mean, he literally says, well, that's enough for today. We'll find out who the rest of you are another day. But you're super really important to me, and I really care about you.
To know each other. Tell me your names and the instruments you play.
Burley, clarinet. Michelle, flute.
Summers, man, tuba.
You don't know that's a trumpet. We're all in big trouble.
Trumpet, man, they've been lying to me all these years.
That was good.
I just wanted to show this. This is from the end of the movie, but there's stringed instruments. I mean, there's violins, cellos. I mean,
those were not in there.
They were not in there. Did they recruit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I had tryouts, you know.
Well, and at this point in the movie, our hero Michael Fox got stabbed in the lunchroom, right?
Yeah, he did.
So they're without their number one trumpet player, and also they're without. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but they're also without their clarinet player, and also this guy. You know, I don't know if you guys can see this, but all of these movies have people in their 20s and 30s, but this guy.
45.
Yeah. Like, I can't grow that good of a mustache now, you know?
that dude's, yeah. He's not in high school.
I include this scene because this guy's voice was redubbed. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It doesn't match. I think it's what he said. I think I don't think they dubbed it because he said something wrong. If you read his lips, it is what you're hearing, but it's definitely not this guy.
The fuck get you high and fly without no wings? You talking to the medicine man. This is it right here.
Anyway,
I did notice that.
Yeah.
And I just chalked it up to it being an old movie, I guess.
Yeah. I watched this on 2 different streaming services to see if that was
different.
If it was just maybe the audio got off there, but it doesn't sound like him when later in the scene when he gets beat up. It's not the same voice.
Who the hell is that guy?
Oh. I just think it's weird that they said that guy looks like Charles Manson. That's not what I thought. Yeah.
Not at all.
I just want to show this for a second. So part of the big brewing plot here is that punk girl that licks everybody stole the teacher's contact book, which seems extremely irresponsible to have a book that has all the teachers' names and their home addresses.
And to be easily accessible to just steal.
For punks. I mean, like, okay, maybe she's super smart and got in to get this out of that school, but she licks people, so I don't.
This was my question with all this is, so dude just started as a teacher.
Exactly.
Right? So why is he even in there, especially like printed? Like they reprinted that entire book just for him to show up, or is it like every like quarter they have a whole new staff maybe?
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. Exactly what I thought. I was like, what? How is he already in this book? Were they like, oh my god, we got a new teacher, new address for the book?
Yeah, he just got in from Nebraska, so
they were complaining about the budgets and stuff earlier. It's like, well, yeah, the budgets are being used. You know, the security budgets are already being used on the teaching staff, and this book that we have to reprint every 6 days. You know. And here she finds the teacher's name.
This is gonna be great.
So they show up at his house.
It's got a lot of teachers to be in that book too, I think.
Yeah.
You guys want some?
Andy!
So I love that it got whatever they're spraying on him got on the camera. I love that. That's one of my favorite things. But also, we never find out what this is.
Well, it must be some kind of like, stage blood or something.
That's what he says.
I know.
I
love like the Riddler look of that one guy in the front.
Yes, that's Punk Peter.
Is that Peter?
Yeah, they're poorly disguised.
What kind of stupid idiots would do that?
I don't know. Come on.
I love when people call people stupid idiots.
Would do that. Jeez.
But that looks like this movie's blood. This movie's blood looks like that. So we never get to find out where that blood came from. I think that could have been a good addition to the movie.
I think so too.
Corey wanted me to include this entire scene, and I didn't. But I do. This is why I say it's the two girls from the previous movie. At the roller.
There's the connection right there. It's the two girls from the roller rink.
Middle name. Don't get greedy, Mouse. Okay.
Like still doesn't look tough at all.
All right. Oh, and so I read about this movie, and so this actor wrote this whole piece.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
You can tell he's clearly playing it, which I thought was really cool. It's like you start thinking to yourself, all right, this dude's a poser.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow he's got everybody like wrapped around his finger.
Yeah, because he acts like a good guy in front of all the, anybody who can change, who can.
This is what happened to Bo after he left High School USA. He became a punk.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we transitioned to this scene. God.
Well, and I will say that
this movie has everything in it, dude.
I'll say at that moment where you see him playing piano, you're like, oh, this teacher's gonna connect with them and he's gonna turn this around. Because I wonder what it was like to see this movie in 1983, I wonder how people reacted, because we have seen so many of these movies where the influential teacher turned those people around.
Well, and that's kind of the vibe you thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then he was like, dude, that was really, really good. Get out of my class.
Yeah.
But dude, I respect that. I respect that teacher. Mr. Norris, I respect him. Especially later.
All the way to the end, yeah.
All the way till the end.
Well, this is one of our band people as well. I think this is the bass player.
Classic, of course it was the bass player.
And he bought some of the drugs, the Peter Punk blood drugs there, right? And
I pledge
Peter
allegiance
Punk blood.
to the flag of the United States of America. One nation under God.
And how high is that flagpole?
Justice for all.
Because he falls under the grass.
He lands it pretty good too.
But his upper body strength is superb. He should
to be able to hold on.
He should never have been in band.
No,
PCP is it's a performance enhancing drug.
And here he's dead.
Hold on, did the flag fall? When he fell, did the flag fall too?
Yeah, he ripped it.
Okay.
Which is highly disrespectful, especially on this day.
Very, very much.
I might say.
We rhyming?
Maybe we'll air this episode on a significant holiday.
On Flag Day.
Flag Day.
Okay, so this is me being I don't know. I always have trouble with these scenes because I think they're funny, but I also don't want to come off as like some weird pervert. But okay.
You're gonna show it anyway.
Gonna show it anyways. Okay, so they're both not dressed.
No.
Right? She's clearly not dressed. And he's talking about the death of that kid.
Jimmy, a minute of silence today.
They only gave him a minute of silence. One lousy minute. This is just after they... You know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta tell you something.
Yeah, I mean, some
Kid
people
climbed a pole.
Some people share a cigarette. Some people trauma dump. You know,
it reminds me of
it's normal. All right.
Was it Blades of Glory where the girl, she tells Will Ferrell that are about her parents' terrible accident,
the car crash,
and then he starts making out, and she's like, I usually didn't think that was a hot story. You know? That's what I thought when I saw this scene. So anyway, the punks are outside. And they torch his car.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have looked at that license plate.
I want you to pack
Anyway,
everything you need and go.
so she's wearing a robe now because she was not wearing any clothes.
Yeah.
These two people, I mean, Corey said about what a hero he is, but I'm thinking they're kind of scumbags because they're talking about dead kids and then making love about it. Right? So.
I should have put that in the synopsis.
And then here's our secondary hero, Mr. Roddy McDowell. So the punks have gotten to him now, and his biology lab has all these animals in it. And I tell you what, I didn't think the punks were that bad.
Was this after he got hurt in the alley or no?
Yes,
it was. Yeah, this was after, like, because Michael Fox and the
clarinet player were getting essentially jumped in the alleyway
by them. Yeah.
Yeah, because
okay,
you'll see
this was after.
You'll see he has the bandages on. Yeah. But
this is cruel. This is cruel.
Like you know what you can blow up people's cars and whatever, spray stage blood on their faces and do all these other things, but these are animals.
Sorry, Mr. Corrigan.
Like no respect to try to even remotely get the students away, or just doors wide open. Guys, look at this.
Well, apparently I was reading about the director, kind of a mad guy. He used real animal carcasses that were found on the side of the road. And originally that scene was staged to have the students in the room to be react, because there's a ton of times in this film where he put the students in real messed up situations so that they would get genuine reactions, but none of them would enter that room because it smelled like roadkill. And so that's why that weird yeah.
Well, and I thought it was gonna be foretelling, because the ones hanging. So it would have been, I thought it would have been kind of symbolic if one of them was missing an arm and one was kind of burnt.
Well, but then you wouldn't have gotten your, no animals were harmed in the making of this film.
You can do whatever you want to dead animals.
You can do whatever you want.
That's a rule.
It's fine. No live animals were hurt during this film.
So I included this scene because he's acting like the good kid right in front of his mom, calling her mom and mommy, and but I just like that she says this, and then I take her side on this. I take her side versus the teacher.
A bubble-headed housewife you can push around like those kids?
Get him out of here, Mom.
Do you have any idea what I'm going to have to spend on a therapist to get him out of this?
He doesn't need a therapist.
Oh, yes, he does. Oh, my gosh. Is there somebody more qualified needing therapy? Oh, my God.
To be fair, he's just a music teacher. He never got that part of the training.
So back to Mr. Terry here, the biology teacher. He goes off the deep end, and he brings a gun to school.
This is awesome.
And
this is like the movie started getting really good right around here.
He points it at students. He's let go from,
Love
he's
it.
on leave now because he pointed at students' faces and stuff.
Jesus Christ! What the hell are you doing, you crazy son?
I loved that scene. I know we don't want to show it, but like,
Oh, I think I might have these out of order. Let's see.
yeah, he's great. I swear he like aimed for the door.
Yeah.
Like he saw it. Oh, over that now.
Yeah, he's not a good driver, but he's also drunk.
Yeah. And if he was smart, he would just slam on his brakes, right? And then the guy would go flying off. Like, I was kind of upset that he didn't get more injured or at all injured. Like, he just rolled off the car.
Yeah, it'd been
I
cool if
wanted
he took
to
out
see-
like one punk. If he took out one,
Just. Yeah. Sorry, I was getting emotionally attached to this movie for a while. Oh, the car flip.
An instant explosion
Yeah,
in the
dude.
back of the car.
Okay. And that just explodes the whole thing. If he were to drive to that car, he would just have hit the car.
Yep.
Car flips.
And I like this
Greatest
guy.
movie movies.
This guy pulls out his switchblade and is jumping around just in case, Roddy McDowell comes out,
Been a crazy school year so far.
Oh, it's gonna get crazier.
Oh, yeah.
So they have his address. So they go to the teacher's house and his wife, pregnant wife, right, is getting ready to go to the concert. So they all break in.
Corey also requested this scene.
Or did not request this scene.
So when she was putting this on, I was like, is she
The other one, maybe.
Is she cosplaying as olive oil? Right? But I was wrong. Because what she's really wearing, it's still a cosplay. Let's see if I got this in here. Come on. This Annie-inspired dress from the musical Annie. You can buy it on this website for $16.99, Corey.
Yeah, well, no, Cam told me he ordered his last week.
They had one in my size. It was awesome.
I ordered mine today.
So this scene is super brutal, and all she can think of is, and I had to wear this. This is what I decided to wear.
See, here he's like, I'm going to throw on a studded belt and a black jacket and try to look more like a punk. But these guys, they look like punks. Chain around his neck, he's got cut off.
But
maybe
that's how punk rock he really is.
He's so punk rock, he doesn't need to look punk rock.
Yeah.
Or is it just punk? I don't think, is he rock? We'll give him punk rock, yeah. You think they listen to Danzig?
Well, they listen...
Or the Misfits, I should say.
They listen to Alice Cooper twice, the same song twice.
And what's the other, what's the band, the Canadian punk band that they go see?
Oh, shoot. I looked that up, too, and I forgot.
Yeah, me as well. We'll fix that in post, boys.
All right, so I feel like there's too much of this scene.
This is more of that scene than I watched because I.
Oh, well, we'll fix that in post too, boys.
So the punk girl that licks everything took pictures, right? And then it's just horrific. So he's ready to doing the band concert, right, for the school, and they go up to him and they give him the Polaroids.
Oh, I finally get it, Trent. The connection here is pictures of butts.
Yep.
Okay.
We got a lot of connections for these two, actually.
Well, here's where this guy's arm connects with this table saw.
This scene brought my entire rating up 1 star. Just saying. Like this elevated the movie for me. So great. Good stuff.
You know, if it had just been using a 2x4 to board or the guy, it would have been a lot safer. I mean, it still would have ended like this, but Andrew wouldn't have been at risk of losing a finger.
They should have added in the I don't know where you are, but I will find you. And will kill you.
So this guy who...
I am a band director.
This guy who really, really liked Clockwork Orange.
And it was so easy.
So he dies a horrific death as well. So this is one of those movies where had they not split up, this wouldn't have happened.
It's funny because usually it's like the good guys that split up and they all die. But this time it's the opposite. Or is Mr. Norris the bad guy?
Well, and I feel like I skipped over my clip to show who this guy is. I don't know if you guys recognize. I don't know this actor's name, but
Sean Connery.
he was in Meatballs.
Okay, it's Sean Connery.
He was one of the nerds that, and he ends up in the hot dog eating contest at the end of Meatballs. So a departure. But Mr. Norris here, I don't think he gets to claim this as one of his kills. Because she ends up killing him. And herself. So there should be an asterisk on his kill list, I think.
Where is she? Where is she? It's on the roof.
Why would she even tell him at that point?
I thought she was going to say, I'm going to watch. That's what I thought she was going to say.
Oh, no. It's just...
Again, she's like, why did I wear this dress?
Okay, so this is the most punk he's been the entire movie with this line across his face. Yeah, let's not forget that. The makeup team was on,
so he says
on set that day.
He says here, we all go out together. So, was his plan here to die tonight?
I mean, maybe. He also, like, cuts her and, like, pushes her away. Like, why didn't he just hold on to her? Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, no, his plan, this whole... From the second they leave the teacher's house, all of their plan doesn't make any sense. No. Right? Like, it seemed like they had a tricky plan. Like, they're gonna sexually assault the wife, take pictures of it, give it to him at this performance, so then he's distracted and abandons conducting the band, and then So, and by the way, I said earlier that they're missing their trumpet player because he got stabbed, Michael Fox, but then the clarinet player young lady is actually conducting the band at this moment, because the teacher is killing students on the roof.
Before you show this next part, it's a good one, I think. But Teenage Head. The band was called Teenage Head.
Yeah.
North American Canadian rock band. All right, you can just edit that part out and put it in. We'll do that in post. All right.
Are you sure it wasn't Bryan Adams?
Today, Tom Sawyer, me. Canadian band, right? We did miss it. We didn't have it in here.
So that's punk right there.
Oh yeah.
Groveling. That's.
But
I'm just a kid.
I wish he fell through the window in time with the band.
That would have been great.
Please.
What are they playing? 1812.
Yeah.
And somehow like a perfectly tied news. Yeah,
That's pretty punk.
That's very punk. That's the most punk he's been the entire movie.
All right, and I just wanted to show this here.
Yeah, this made me laugh for so long.
I'm gonna see if I can get. I gotta fix my screen here a little bit.
So when he threw her, by the way, there was an error. So he cuts her like on the chest, and then he throws her down, and immediately she stands back up, and then they cut again, and she's still laying down. Just something.
All right, so I'm not a huge fan of the what do you call it, the prologue?
They did it in the beginning too. Yeah.
But okay, Andy Norris was not prosecuted because the police could not find anybody who actually saw it happen, right? Because we finally did away with the punks, and we're gonna keep our mouths shut for the betterment of the school. But what happened to his wife? Like, what happened to their baby? Like,
yeah, yes.
Unanswered questions here. But that was.
I think she got knocked down and she got up again, and you never gonna keep her down. I think that's what.
Her name was Chumbawamba.
That baby. They ended up moving out to Salt Lake City, and that baby became Steve-O. SLC Punk. Not Steve-O from the movie. Anyway, or that Steve-O. Either or. But no.
So that was class of 1984.
Great year. Yeah. So yeah. That was it. That's all the clips we have, right?
That's it. That's 1984.
That was the movie, and 1984, class of 1984. So there's a few different class of movies.
Yeah, and they spawned. The two of them spawned from this movie.
So you have a TV show called Class of '09. We could do that one, or this TV show. No, I'm just kidding. And then Class of 1999.
That's supposed to be part of this series, even though it starts to get supernatural. I started watching it, and it was pretty dumb.
Of 99?
Yeah.
Well, so that one had the same director as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Class of '07 is a TV show. Head of the Class.
Yeah, that's one of your favorites.
That's one of my favorites right there. And then the newest TV show, Class of 2020. What are these things, dude? Oh my god, these look awful. Anyways, so should we do some scores, some recaps, some rankings, whatever we call them?
So for High School USA, I'm gonna be the high. I'll go first because I'm gonna give the high school a high score. Right?
Ooh,
I liked it. It has robots. It has fast cars. It's got Crispin Glover. That's a 6.
That's a 6. Would you buy this movie?
Oh, of course.
Do you own this?
I don't. I don't know if it's ever had a release.
And you would definitely recommend it.
I would, absolutely.
You would recommend it. Cam, would you? Give your ranking first. Was that all you had on that one, Trent? Okay, Cam.
Let's see. Now I feel like I'm gonna be a negative Nelly.
I knew you wouldn't like this movie.
Yeah.
Cam or me?
Cam.
Okay.
It just like I said in the synopsis, it seems like a failed TV pilot, but Trent's coloring of it with the A plot coming together at the end, I appreciate it a little bit more now. I still, I don't know, maybe like a soft 5.
Okay.
It's like not bad, but definitely nothing that I cared to watch.
Would you buy this movie?
Well, as Trent said, it's impossible to, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to go on a snipe hunt for this thing.
If there was somebody, like if I recorded the streaming system with like my phone, I was holding a camcorder at first, but with my phone and put it on like a disc, would you buy it?
Yes.
Just to help out my buddy, yeah.
a handy cam of a movie that I could watch on the same thing that
And I'm recording it up from the stream, and you see you see my TV in the background and everything, just from the couch.
Not even on a tripod, just like every time you grab popcorn or move.
When I get up, you see me go to the kitchen to grab popcorn and come back.
And then and then for no reason at all, it's Bo Middleton's butt.
Wait, what?
Nature shot.
Would you recommend this movie to anyone?
I think certain people, yes, but I wouldn't just go out on the street and be like, check out High School USA.
Yeah, like when people are chanting USA, you're like, High School USA.
I am with Cam. I mean, I give it a 5. I give it a 5, and it did remind me, a little bit of Poison Ivy. I mean, just because of the people who were in it.
Same people.
And I gave that a 4, I believe. So I liked this movie more. I thought it was a little bit more entertaining, and mainly because of Bo's butt, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think I would buy it. Maybe a filmed version from myself. I'll buy it for myself. I would recommend this to my sister, maybe. And I think she would like it, but I don't think anyone else would. I don't know. Not many of my friends would want to be like, yeah, let's watch High School USA.
I think you have to know some of the actors. You have to have been like, oh, this is this person in this movie, from this show, and this person in this show.
I bet you if I asked a handful of my friends, some of them probably have already seen it. Like, oh, I did, yeah. I remember that movie. Do you remember the TV show? So I give it a 5. Moving on to Class of 1984, and we're going to start with. You want to start with?
No, you go. You go.
Me? I'll start. Well, first off, I want to give some recognition to 1984. That's an amazing year. It was the birth of me.
No, I think the world would be better without that year.
Oh. Wasn't there a book called 1984 as well? Like a big pile?
Yeah, it's like a real underground book.
I was gonna say, isn't that really popular? I thought maybe it's not. Were we making a joke there? I couldn't tell.
No, and there's it's definitely not standard high school curriculum.
Okay.
And it's not like we referenced the movie earlier.
Do you think they read 1984 at Lincoln High? In 1982? I don't know when 1984. I would recommend this movie. I wouldn't buy it, but if I had to buy this or High School USA, I'd probably buy this movie first, just because I really liked the second half of the movie with the kill scenes or the last, the third scene, or what do they call it? The third act. The third act I like. I give it a 5 as well, so I'm putting these the same. So that's my score. Who's next?
I'll say that I like these kind of movies because it's not a good movie. I mean, it's not. But it's fun. It's fun. That's the kind of movies that I think we like to talk about. That's the kind of movies I like to watch. I feel like there was a string of these kind of movies in the 80s. These overboard, just psychopath if those kids were really that bad, they just wouldn't have been at school. That's just my opinion.
Right. Why are you going to school? I wasn't that bad, and I didn't go to school, and I thought I was a punk.
Well, and the rival drug dealers, they only beat them up. They didn't rape their significant others and kill them. And try to kill them. It just didn't. It didn't add up. It was overblown. It was over proportion, out of proportion.
About the other drug dealers in the school, I feel like if I was the other drug dealer in the school, wouldn't you try to be more secret about what you're doing, knowing that the punks are gonna come beat you up and take your stash and take your money? You would have been a little less out in the open. But anyways, I'm sorry. Continue.
But that being said, I know it's a bad movie. I know it is. But that's the kind of movies I like. So I would give this movie a 5. I liked it though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than some of the movies we watched.
And once again, Cam's review.
Please ignore my neighborhood's currently being bombarded by the Belgian army.
Yeah, mine's doing that too.
Yeah. I will give this a 6. I liked it. And you know who else liked it? You guys guess?
Your cat?
No, not my cat.
Oh, sorry.
No, he actually he was out of
Pissing at it the whole time.
No, Roger Ebert gave this his favorite film at the 1982 Cannes festival, which usually you think of like weird independent movies, and this is just like a schlocky horror movie. I guess it's kind of a horror movie. Right?
It's like
slasher movie.
Yeah, what would we call this movie?
That's
a
what
good
I'm saying.
question.
There was a string of these in the 80s that they're not full on horror movies, but they're brutal revenge type of movies, right? And
here it says action, crime, drama, thriller.
And I'll throw out a couple more. If you liked this movie, like at the end of Reading Rainbow, you know, like they say, if you like this book, you know, check out this one at your local library. Two other movies, The New Kids with Lori Loughlin and James Spader would be a similar movie like this, and then same with there's an Australian movie called The Bullies. And again, same exact thing. It's like, what is going on? Why are these people so mad? You just didn't get to be in the band. You didn't have to do any of this.
Yeah, no, that's a really good that's what the tagline should be. Why are these people so mad? It really doesn't make sense. It's at a certain point it makes sense. I think I would definitely recommend this to most of my friends. I don't really buy movies. I'd buy it, whatever. Sure, fine. Okay?
I mean, if you wouldn't buy it, would you like rent it again? Or rent it if you didn't watch it for free the first time?
About $350. I paid $350.
Would you pay $350 for a recorded version from my cell phone sitting on my couch?
If there's commentary, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, it would be like a reality show, like, you know, it's the reality of somebody watching the movie from their couch. I'm gonna roll with this. I'm gonna tell you guys all about it when I'm rich and famous and and whatnot.
Yeah, the podcast is making us tons of money, and that's basically the same format. But yeah,
you just wait.
Hey, good luck on your own, buddy.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Trent and I are doing the heavy lifting.
Well, sweet. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. Cam, Trent. Until next time, don't forget to watch. Do you remember this movie?
Would you care to dance?
There's no music playing.
Then you want to make out?
Or this TV show.
You guys want some?
Andy! Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Mike, what is that?
I don't know. It's stage blood or something.
What kind of stupid idiots would do that?
I don't know. Come on. Let's just go inside.